watching The Joy of Sets, a TV show all about TV shows. And over the next few weeks, we're going to pull them apart and find out what makes them tick.
Yes, Tone, and by the end of this series, you should be able to build your own internationally successful format just from whatever's lying around your house.
Now, Ed, I know what they're thinking. You know, that's all very well and good, but who in the hell are you to be telling us anything?
No, Tone. We have done some TV. People, of course, would remember you from this.
GIO.
There you are.
Yeah.
You look great.
Well, I guess, Ed, people would recall your appearance on Enough Rope. Yeah. OK. Credentials established. Let's get started. And right at the beginning, you need some opening titles. What is the best way to kick off a TV show?
Well, what about our titles?
Yeah.
Animation.
Can we see just the last bit of them again? What have they done to us?
Well, we've got a job as window cleaners, obviously.
They turned us into cartoon characters. How big's your neck?
I've actually just had neck reduction surgery, so that's actually really offensive. And there are people who are just tuning in, they've seen those opening titles, they've gone, where's Wally's had a makeover? He looks good.
I'm not sure that's the right way to go. Every good producer knows that the first thing the title should do is sell the meat.
Does that mean we're the meat?
Yeah, I'm afraid it does.
How disappointing for people.
It is, it's tainted. Let's see what they do on, say, MasterChef.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at these people having too much fun in the kitchen. I mean, honestly, yeah, hilarious. I mean, what ice cream is that enjoyable? I'm telling you. But, you know, I can see what they're up to there. I get the idea. They're fun-loving, vibrant people, or at least they are at the beginning before they've been systematically broken down by Matt Preston's own Christmas Island techniques.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are some very friendly opening titles,
Yeah,
Tony.
sure.
You just like them straight away. Do you think a MasterChef opening might make us more likeable?
Wait a second.
Warwick Capper? What is Warwick Capper doing in our opening titles?
How did that happen?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure about that. But showing someone's face isn't the only way for the titles to sell the meat. But for this classic example, I'm going to have to take us back in time to when television looked like this. Remember this, Ed? 4x3. Remember that? Does it feel good to be back in 4x3?
Oh, it's just so relaxing.
It's slimming, I think. But as we know, sex sells.
Yeah,
and I think this led to perhaps the most unfortunate opening title shot from an actor ever in the old British sitcom Man About the House. Have a look at this. Here she comes. Oh, she's a talented actress. Gee, I wonder what her name is. Could they please tell us?
Oh, that's...
How's that? That's a deliberate caption across her ass.
Well, they've gone for her leg so you can see her ass, which is nice.
Do you think people recognise her from that? I was a Man About the House.
Oh,
You might
there you go,
remember.
yeah. Lovely work.
Silly Tom said. But opening titles ass glances used to be rife in the 1980s. Here's our own Holiday Island. Check that out.
Lou.
Lee Majors, the fall guy. He's sneaking one in. And, oh, Magnum's got one too. Bang. There we go. Very subtle meat selling there. What were they thinking?
Oh, they were just thinking, why not? But, Tony, that does lead me to something. Do you remember Baywatch?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
yeah,
well,
sure.
they knew how to get the hotness front and centre in their opening titles. And never more so than when they came here for a very short-lived Baywatch Down Under.
yeah, right.
Now, the makers of Baywatch's job was to capture Australian beach culture in just a few seconds of titles to sell to American audiences. And I think they did a great job. You know, there's Hoff just looking out over an Australian beach, and there we are, we're always rowing boats on the sand. You know, just a collection of asses with Tanya Zayeda in the middle, that's us. There's nothing we like more than letting the kid drown. There you go, don't even look at him. And we just love a stretch during a seagull attack, that's us. They've captured us perfectly, Tone, absolutely perfectly.
Now, those Baywatch titles were long, but these days titles can be over in a few seconds. Do you remember the Lost thing they had at the beginning? Let me just recreate it for you. Okay. There we go. Sort of went like this, remember? Which is great, because that was what was going through my head whenever I tried to work out what was happening in the story. But,
Very nice work, Tone, but what is your all-time favourite way to sell a show?
OK, do you know who Dean Martin is?
Yes, he's Ricky Martin's great-grandfather.
No, he's not. Dean Martin was, well, a man who was paid $34 million to to do 3 more years of his TV show. That made him literally the highest paid man in the history of television. And this is how he chose to open his show.
Don't touch a dial, keep it right where it's set. There's something big coming up on your screen. Just settle back and relax, cause you're gonna get a whole lot of singing, a whole lot of laughing, a whole lot of laughing from me.
Here he comes. Check him out. That's perfect. The producers knew exactly what they were doing. Great production values, hot 60s women, catchy lyrics, all an audience could want. For me, that is how every single show on television should begin. Works for any show. Just name any show.
CSI.
What a cop, what a brain, he's Horatio Caine. It works for anything.
It's pretty good, Tony.
Right, Tracy Grimshaw is here, it's a current affair.
That's good,
Will it be neighbours from hell, weight loss scams, who can tell?
We should,
Australians and burkers, Mills, he's joined the circus. It all happens here on a current affair.
Oh, my goodness. That is fantastic.
Any show.
I just took a call from Channel 9. They said, never do that again.
Okay. All right. This is the joy of sets, and after the break, we will try to explain why opening title shots of monkeys wearing lipstick are a guaranteed ratings winner. Welcome back to The Joy of Sets, the show about TV. Tony Martin, Ed Kavalee, and earlier on, for no explicable reason, Warwick Capper.
No, Tony, he was asleep in the studio when we got here, so...
Sure. Tonight we're talking opening titles. It's time to examine our next surefire method, freak and creep. Why not unsettle your audience right from the get-go? Producers love to make opening titles that get under your skin. There's The X-Files. There's The Twilight Zone. And, of course, Small Wonder. Perhaps the most disturbing opening titles ever. But if we're talking creep and freak openings, nobody does it better than David Lynch, the king of disturbing, and his masterpiece, I still love this show, Twin Peaks. Do you remember this? That is one of the oddest shots ever in a title sequence. Were we just watching a buzzsaw for 20 seconds there, Ed? Don't start with your backwards talking, please. That's another thing David Lynch brought to prime time. Backwards talking dwarves, and haven't they caught on?
Oh, they're all over the block. Freak and creep openings work best with a simple title. You know from the title that you're going to be watching an absolute freak show, like Too Fat for 15, My Monkey Baby and Dancing with the Stars.
Hang on. Yeah, but My Monkey Baby, you've made that one up, no?
Oh, no. Yeah, it's real, Tony.
Really?
Have a look at this.
Children who will never grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
It's a strong opening, Tony, but... No, don't you pull that face. Don't you judge them. It's much more common than you think.
Thousands of Americans are raising a monkey as a member of their family.
Yeah. Thousands! Does anyone believe that?
Thousands of people are living their life with a monkey as a baby because monkey babies are so much better than human children because they never grow up. Of course, eventually they will rip your face off in your sleep, but they'll look so cute when they're doing it. So if you want freak and creep from the outset, My Monkey Baby does it best. Great job on all accounts.
No, I'm not on board. It's too weird.
Weird? How dare you? No, it is a beautiful show about modern families with just the right amount of monkeys getting their makeup done.
Laurie knows how teenage girls like dressing up.
No, please stop.
So pretty.
OK, if we're talking show openings, we've got to talk headshots.
Yes, OK. Now, when I think of headshots and opening title, I think of one name that's also two animals.
Who's that?
Toadfish.
Oh, of course.
The Neighbours opening titles are an ongoing Australian classic because they're so good at quick headshots that give us a nuance of every character. And nobody shows this better than Jared Toadfish Rebecki. He started on Neighbours in 1870. Just doing nice, friendly stuff in the opening titles. Here he goes, bit of rollerblading. Falls down in front of a sheep. We all done that. Here he comes. Hits a massive 6 off a 10-year-old, yeah? Don't mess with me. I'm in charge. Tony, then Blair McDonough from Big Brother showed up.
Right.
And led the toadfish astray. Have a look at what Toadie is staring at here. OK, everything's going OK, and look, in the crotch. That is...
That's enough Toadie shots. Let's look at some reality. We haven't had any reality.
No, we haven't. Now, bring on Project Runway. And it's important in the opening credits of reality shows that to make sure that you demonstrate to the audience that you have contestants they're going to want to barrack for. Now, Project Runway is a fashion show, so you need people that say fashion as soon as you see them.
Sure.
Now, guys like us would be terrible, because we don't really say fashion. How would you describe your look?
Oh, this is ageing nerd, I think.
Yeah. With your look, Tony, I always say nothing says fashion like orthotics.
Yes, that's right.
Now, we would be terrible on Project Runway, which is why they have macho.
You should be playful with fashion, and you should be playful with clothes and accessories, and playful with yourself. Oh, that's... yeah. Just play with yourself.
Yeah. That's macho. He's the macho man of fashion. Straight from the credits, that's my guy.
OK, you're watching Joy of Sets, and cheesy headshots, they've got to be dealt with in more detail, so we'll have more of them after the break.
Don't miss it.